Don't tell me what to do.
I didn't tell you what to do.
You're not my supervisor.
But I am super hot.
And welcome to Superhot, the card game. I dare you to use that as the opening. I fucking dare you. So, tell us about this game that we're playing.
So, this is Superhot, the card game, except it's not really. It's on Tabletop Sim, so it's Superhot, the card game, the video game, the card game.
The movie.
The movie, the game. I'm Circle Master.
And I'm Danaru.
And you may remember that we did the actual video game Let's Play of Superhot, the actual game.
I also hope this card game rules. Which it probably will, because it's fucking super hot.
Well, I suppose we'll find out, but the first thing to mention about this card game is that it is solitaire only. So,
yeah.
Much like the video game, Danaru is just here along for the ride.
Which is fair, because it means I could just drink.
I mean, it's not like you wouldn't be drinking if you were actually playing.
You're not wrong.
The other thing to mention about this card game is that, in general, it is a deck builder, much like Dominion, or Ascension, or Puzzle Fighter, or any other deck-building card game you care to think of. Mystic Vale, I think that's a deck builder. I'm trying to think of other deck builders. There's a lot of them.
Never heard of any of those games.
And never heard of any of them.
I feel like I may not be the best person.
Okay, it's a card game where your player deck is built up and changed and shaped as you play.
Okay.
During the course of the game, cards are added to it, taken away from it. So you have the chance to shape it and mold it during the course of the game. And in most of these sorts of games, Dominion, etc., the purpose of that is to fine-tune your deck to be an engine of combos, so that you can play cards that let you play other cards, that let you play other cards, that build off synergies and combo until you have a mega turn where you play 20 cards in your turn, your opponent sits there and stares at you, waits for you to finish, and generally doesn't have any fun.
So I kind of feel like I'm suddenly understanding why you just sent me to the Shadow Realm that time we played Eternal. Like, I won once,
Eternal's
and then you were just like,
no,
okay,
Eternal's not even
now.
a deck builder. That's not even a deck builder. That's... I hope that Windows notification doesn't show up in Fraps. Eternal's not even a deck builder. That's just like a custom deck game, like
but
Magic
it's still like
or Hearthstone
a card
or whatever.
Game.
It is a card game. But, so anyway, Superhot tries to get around the it's no fun for the other player by simply not having another player.
Which,
you play against...
Sounds fair.
You play against an automated obstacle deck, and that simulates the flood of enemies that would be coming at you during a level of Superhot.
You play against the faceless red dudes.
Yeah, the faceless red dudes, and also, like, tables.
The worst obstacle.
The worst obstacle is getting caught on the geometry.
Red team versus blue team versus tables.
And that is represented by these 6 cards known as the Line.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah, it has a fancy name. Much like Superhot the video game, the objective is to complete levels. In order to do that, we have to complete goals. The goal of this level is to have a card of each type in our hand. If you look in the bottom right-hand corner, let me see if I can pop this up. Bottom right-hand corner of a card, they have different icons for, I guess, person, location, thing, and bullets. I guess it's not really a bullet because the bullet doesn't have that symbol, but it's some sort of bullet type thing, utility thing.
Honestly, the bullet is not a bullet is something this game would like put in front of your face as if it was like really deep.
I guess bullets don't have the bullet type, which is odd.
The bullet is not a bullet. Super hot. Super hot. Super hot.
And you will, I guess, since we're talking about them, bullets are separated out into their own deck. Bullets are bad. Bullets are how you lose. Much like the real Superhot game, if you have too many bullets in your hand, you're dead.
Also, real life. If you have too many bullets
you can get shot in the hand a whole
die.
lot and still not die. But
true.
In Superhot, if you get shot in the hand too many times, you're just dead.
I mean, even in real life, you're not going to like it.
You're not, but unlike the video game, you can survive more than one bullet. You actually have to have 4 bullets in your hand before you die in the card game. But that's not the only way to die. If you have 4 bullets in your hand, you die. If you have to draw an obstacle into the line and you cannot, you lose. If you just are so good that you kill all the obstacles, I'm sorry, you were just too good and you've lost the game.
The game considers you cheating and blew you up.
If you have to draw a player card into your hand and you don't have one, I'm sorry, you suck and you lose the game.
Oof.
But yeah, basically anytime you have to draw a card from anywhere to anywhere and you can't, you lose.
You just die.
If you have to, if an enemy shoots a bullet and you have to add a bullet to a deck and the bullet deck is empty, you lose the game.
Wait, you lose the game because the enemy runs out of ammo?
Yes, you lose the game if the enemy runs out of ammo.
Man, this game's hard.
That is what they say in the rulebook. They say in the rulebook many times that the game is very hard.
Oh, I didn't think you meant that literally.
And then I busted open the physical game. I actually have this physically. And sat and played it, and aside from like the first 3 turns where I was worried about running out the player deck, I just cruised through it.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you just got riddled with bullets.
No, so either I got really lucky for like the entirety of my first game, or it's really not as hard as they make it out to be.
Well, maybe you're just really fucking good at this shit.
Maybe I'm just really fucking good at board games. I don't know. Probably not, though.
I mean, I've played against you in a card game, so I know you're good at card games. And what makes me really mad, like, I'm sorry for, like, halting the episode talking about this, you let me win the first one, and then just absolutely shattered me for, like, 4 more games, like, soul-crushing games.
I didn't let you win the first one. You just won the first one.
In the last game you played, you ended the game with 93 health, and also all of your, like, soldiers had attack based on how much health you had.
Well, that was what. Anyway,
I didn't like that deck.
I like that deck a lot, but it's really slow to get going. So if you do anything to disrupt the combo in that deck, I just lose.
I did not. I did not.
Anyway.
Yeah, let's get shot.
So this tabletop sim has some scripting to it. Unfortunately, you cannot script the one important part that you'd like to script, which is what happens when you actually complete a level and move on to the next one.
Whack.
Because you have to complete 3 levels to technically win a game. And once you complete a level, you have to, like, do a whole bunch of shit to reset the board.
Oof.
So,
don't edit any of that out. Make everybody watch it. Make them suffer like we did.
Either I'm going to do that, or I'm just going to say, fuck it. Reload the entire thing and just draw the second goal.
Oh, that's actually not a bad idea at all. I forgot we could do that.
That's like not appropriate because I'll just get reset to my basic starting deck as opposed to keeping what I had.
Yeah, you're right.
But it's going to be a whole hell of a lot faster.
Yeah, no, that's cheating. You got to make everybody watch you fucking putz around with cards.
It's technically harder for me.
Oh. Well, it's reverse cheating.
Yeah, it's actually reverse cheating because it's hard mode for me. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm seeing a whole lot of shotguns here that you're going to have to deal with.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of shotguns, and spoiler alert, my starting deck is stupid bad.
Uh-oh. Oh, I can't actually see your cards.
You can't actually see my cards, but guess what? It's a solitaire game that all get played face up.
Yeah, fair.
So the first decision of the game is whether you want to wait or act,
Well,
which doesn't make any sense because the whole conceit of Superhot is that time moves when you do.
yeah.
But if you wait, time moves. And also, any turn-based game also only has time move when you move.
You know what? That's a good point. I never really thought of that. I mean, I guess it's just like when you stand there like an asshole waiting for Buddy with the gun to run up to you so you could just take it out of his hand because he's a fucking idiot and ran up to you with a gun.
So, I think what I'm going to do for this explanation bit is I'm going to ignore the scripting for a moment because the next important thing we want to go over is how the cards flow. In a normal deck builder, like Dominion, Ascension, what have you, Legendary, I think that's a deck builder.
Never heard of that one.
The way it would work is you play cards, blah, 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 they do things,
yeah.
they go in your discard. When all of your cards are in the discard, you reshuffle them, and they form a new deck, and you just draw them again, and blah, blah, blah. They go in, and you just draw again.
Okay. Whoa, nice.
That's not how it works here.
Oh.
When you play a card, they go in the used card area.
Okay.
At the end of... after you've resolved them, they go in the obstacle discard, where they will become obstacles later.
Wait.
After you use a card, you will lose the card.
That sounds like the opposite of deck building.
So what happens is, let's say I use 2 punches to break this table.
Okay.
Each of these punches does 1 red, and the table requires 2 red to be punched.
Okay.
The table will go in the new card area.
Oh my god.
Because I've successfully punched it.
Do you get the table?
These will go to the obstacle discard. The table goes to my hand.
Oh, that seems a little less convenient, actually.
And then I draw, at the end of the turn, up to 4.
Oh, okay. No, I get that.
But we have to do this one step at a time. So let's say I've used these 2 punches to break the table.
Mm-hmm.
I use these 2 punches to punch dude in the back here with a gun.
Hell yeah. Oh, I see where this is going.
This is me moving. This is the move phase. I have now punched a table for some reason, and I've punched dude with a gun so he doesn't shoot me.
I mean, fuck tables.
Yeah, I guess fuck tables.
Yeah, they're dicks.
Next is the maneuver phase.
Uh-oh.
This, I guess, represents me moving around, dodging around things.
Okay.
What happens here is we count the number of cards that I've played. And then we count that many steps of the line. Not cards left in the line, but steps.
Ooh.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. Any cards still in those spaces go to the player discard. Yes. Because I've moved past them. I've successfully dodged them. However you want to
They still have guns.
say it. But I've juked them or whatever.
And they just gave up, like, aw, man.
They just gave up.
I only had one bullet in this thing.
At this point, these 4 cards go to the obstacle discard, where they will become obstacles later.
Ugh.
These 2 cards go to my hand. I draw 2 new cards to fill up to 4. And then when this deck runs out, these discards will reshuffle to form the new deck.
Oh.
And now we refill the line. This dude with a shotgun, who is still up, will resolve his ability, which is to shoot 2 bullets.
Oh, shit.
So 2 bullets go into the obstacle discard,
Oh.
where they will become obstacles.
I do get that now.
And now the line fills up with 6 cards.
How about more tables?
This last card
Plan.
This last card is not part of the line, even though it's face up. It's just it's off in the distance. You can see it coming, but it's not a threat yet.
Okay.
And that's basically a turn in Superhot the card game. So as you play cards,
they're lost. Looks really annoying.
Hmm?
That secret playing card looks really bad if it becomes an obstacle.
Yeah, that's the other thing I should mention really quick. Each of these cards has two parts, the top and bottom. The top part where it says where it has the red 2 and the gun. Here, let's use the shotgun guy as a better example. Where it has the 3 and the shotgun at the top. That's the effect where if it's in my hand. If it's in my hand, it does 3 as a red effect.
Oh.
And that's it.
It's whack.
The bottom part is if it's an obstacle. Where it's a dude with a shotgun. He'll fire 2 bullets at the end of the turn. And he takes 5 either of red or gray. Where red is fighting and gray is dodging. In order to take out.
Okay.
So the top part is just if it's in my hand, and the bottom part is just if it's on the line. And the obstacle discard, obviously, when the obstacles run out, the obstacle discard gets shuffled and becomes the obstacle deck.
Wait, so just to be clear, can Secret Plan stack so it makes Secret Plan happen twice, and then it makes a shotgun dude fire like 8 times?
By the rules, Secret Plan specifically does not stack with itself.
Ah, man. Bunch of narcs. That would have been hilarious. Just Buddy shooting once and like 8 slugs fly out of it. I mean, it wouldn't rule for you, but it'd be funny to me. Because you'd have to deal with them.
Yeah, I'm actually going to grab the rulebook at this point, because holy hell, what happens when you end a level is tedious.
Oh, jeez.
Progression to the next level.
Oh yeah, because you actually still have all that behind you. I forgot.
Okay, so at the end of a level, the goal, like let's say, just for example, that I've completed this goal. I haven't actually. I've only got 3 of the 4 in my hand. I've got a dodge, a flip the table, and a gun. I don't actually have a bullet.
Ah, whack.
But we'll pretend that I do. The gold card's supposed to go to the bottom of the deck. It actually won't recur, so I'm just going to delete it.
Oh.
Because that's easier, and we're on Tabletop Sim.
That's fair.
All the cards from the line, the obstacle deck, and the obstacle discard shuffle together to form a new obstacle deck, and 6 new cards are dealt out to form the line.
Oh, God.
So the entire line resets.
Yeah, I get what you mean now, but...
What a bad shuffle. 2 bullets are in front.
Ugh. Oh, hey. Oh, wait.
My hand, player discard, and deck all shuffle together, and I draw 4 new cards. And if I had any bullets in hand, they would also shuffle together for some reason.
Oh, I mean... Wow, you need 2
I don't know
dodge.
why,
You
but
need
it
2
does
dodge for
specify
1 bullet?
that bullets in your hand would get shuffled in.
You gotta be careful with them.
And then you draw new goals. And there's a rule in here that if you draw a goal that you don't like, you can veto it, at which point it gets set aside and becomes mandatory the next level.
Oh.
And if you're going to do that, that's like for babies. Why would you do that? So let's see. Empty the obstacle deck twice, which basically means just stall until you run through all the obstacle deck. And kill 10 enemies. Which you will obviously do if you're stalling to run through the obstacle deck twice.
I was about to say, you're... Like, they're not gonna like it.
There's all these little numbers on here because The physical game comes with little markers to keep track of these. This game, for whatever reason, in the tabletop sim, didn't.
Yeah, well, I mean, that would be... I mean,
There's no
where are you
markers
going
or
to get all
objects
those
to keep track of
markers?
things.
If I weren't a spectator, I could spawn some bottles of runch. I mean, I guess a cube works too, like, whatever. Man, if I weren't a spectator, this shit would be lit.
Wow, that snaps really super hard.
Yeah, that's something that really annoys me about Tabletop Simulator sometimes.
Well, you can turn that off in the components, but yeah.
Yeah, but I wish there was, like, it'd, like, just hold Alt to not snap to shit. Suck it, Tabletop Simulator devs.
Anyway, after you complete these 2 objectives, you progress to the next level. It happens again. You draw 3 goals. And once you complete all 3 goals on the 3rd level, you've won the game. Or you've lost the game if at any point you've lost.
I just want to say I like that in the objective cards, they use the open bracket and close bracket on separate lines. Nobody's going to understand that, but it just feels good to me. I'm sorry.
Oh, you mean the background flavor text?
Yeah, they're using Varnu. They have the open bracket and the closed bracket on separate lines, like alone, which is the proper way to do that. And I will fight everybody in the thread.
Proper syntax.
Exactly.
So that's Superhot the card game. Can you name what's missing from this game?
Garbage bags? Garbage day, perhaps?
Yes, garbage day is missing from this. But, well, I've already gone over how any turn-based game already inherently has the mechanic that time only moves when you move.
Right.
Nothing about swapping bodies.
Oh shit, that was a thing too, wasn't it?
That was a thing. Nothing about bodies are disposable. Nothing about mind is software. Nothing about the theming of, being a game that, is on Pi OS. There's nothing really thematic to, like, the actual story of Superhot. It's just, here is a deck builder with an odd card flow to it, and we put red guys on the cards.
Yeah, I mean, this could be like a Metal Gear game or a Jason Bourne game. It could be like just any action game, really. I mean, there's shotguns in Superhot.
There are shotguns in lots of games. I mean.
Well, look, I don't want to shit on these people. They made a fun-looking game.
I'm just saying, there's more thematically going on with Superhot that they could have brought to the table.
Yeah. I mean, how would you make your card set switch into a different person?
Like, you could have, instead of having the weird card flow where, like, I don't understand why I use this shotgun and then it becomes an obstacle.
That's fair.
But what you could have done was, like, once you run out of player deck, you have to grab a different player deck because you've hot swapped into a different body.
Oh. That'd be pretty cool, actually.
I mean, that's just off the top of my head. Maybe, I don't know anything about the design that went into this game, but to me, it doesn't thematically strike any of the notes other than the art style. Which, obviously, it's Red Men.
It is Red Men. And Red Bullet. Well, Red Bullet Trail.
Yeah. But other than that, there's not really... Like, even the line... there was not really a lineup of guys in Superhot.
Yeah, and also the way the line
dealt
just...
with.
When you're done with it, the line just disappears. It's like,
yeah,
man, you had to deal with all those people.
Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. Hey. Next time we will talk about... No, we won't talk about things. We're actually going to play a sample game, I think. Yeah. Anyway, I've been Circle Master.
I've been Danaru. I'm sorry, I forgot.
First name Dan, last name Aru.
I forgot that this was the first episode. I forgot I had to actually introduce myself.
Well, we did remember to do it at the start, so I think that counts.
I'm sorry, I think everybody knows LP superstar Dan, who has like 2 views.
Well, it's better than our Kango LP, where we didn't introduce ourselves until like episode 4 out of 5.
That did happen, didn't it? Whoops.
Anyway, until next time, take care.
Have a good one.